Right now on NBC 26 at 5, a fifth member of the Mon File 6 walks free after decades behind bars. Plus, the celebrations will begin tonight in Appleton. We're live at Appleton's Independence Day festivities. And an act of kindness for those hitting the road today. Good evening. We begin with new developments tonight. 5 of the 6 so-called Mon File 6 members have been released from prison. Michael Johnson was released on parole this morning. NBC 26's Juliana Falk was there when he walked out. Juliana.
71-year-old Michael Johnson walked out of the Sanger B. Powers Correctional Center in Oneida this morning. He, along with 5 other men, spent decades behind bars for a death some argue they weren't responsible for. Johnson and the other 5 men, including Ray Moore, who was released from prison yesterday, were convicted of first-degree murder back in 1995 after their co-worker Tom Monfiles was found dead in a pulp vat at a paper mill in Green Bay in 1992. While all 6 members of the group were convicted, they have all denied killing Monfiles. One of them even had his conviction overturned. Doan Treppa says she believes they're innocent and wrote a book about the case. She was there today when Johnson was reunited with his loved ones.
Just how, wow, everybody, the whole family's here. He was kind of overwhelmed a little bit, but just very happy to be walking out of there for the last time.
Johnson and his family did not want to talk today, Treppa said. And now this leaves one man left in prison, Keith Kutska. He's eligible for parole in 2021. Juliana Falk, NBC 26.
Thank you, Juliana. Final preparations are underway for tomorrow's revised Independence Day celebration. Tanks, troops, flyovers, and extra security leading to extra costs for President Trump's salute to America. NBC's Craig Boswell has more.
Good evening, Regina. Military is front and center as tanks move into place and Washington battles over the costs. President Trump's vision of displaying U.S. military might becoming reality as tanks take up position near the Lincoln Memorial for Thursday's Salute to America. The president promising the show of a lifetime. Critics see a different visual.
When I think of tanks and troops walking down down the middle, I'm thinking Red Square, North Korea, Egypt. Not the United States.
The president has added fighter jet flyovers, Air Force One and the Blue Angels.
I think it's totally worth it, whatever they want to do to celebrate the military.
If he makes it a political statement, I think a lot of people will be upset.
Mr. Trump defending his 4th of July event, saying it will cost very little. We own the planes and all we need is the fuel. But according to Pentagon estimates, the F-35 costs about $30,000 an hour to fly. Flying Air Force One is more than $140,000 an hour. Today, the Washington Post reports the National Park Service is diverting $2.5 million toward the celebration, money intended for parks across the country. And there's extra layers of security for the president's address, paid for by taxpayers.
If there are demonstrations and protests that sprout up around these activities, those are additional police costs as well.
Police are bracing for opposing points of view. The baby Trump blimp is expected to make an appearance, adding to the spectacle of fighting vehicles on the 4th to celebrate the nation's birthday. Some Pentagon leaders are concerned this display could put the military in an awkward political position. At the Lincoln Memorial, Craig Boswell, NBC 26.
And team coverage tonight as we get ready to celebrate. We've got you covered with all that's happening in Appleton tonight. Our own Karen Moreland and Ryan Curry are at Memorial Park. So let's get a check on weather first. Karen, will there be clear skies to look up at fireworks tonight?
Well, Regina, it is sunny right now, but off to the south and west, we have some big thunderstorms. Those thunderstorms are slowly working to the north and east. But first things first, tons of sunshine and warm temperatures across the state. We've got mid-80s right now here in Memorial Park in Appleton. Dew points are 60, so it's warm and humid. As you take a look at Storm Shield radar, you can see those thunderstorms south and west of Montello, but they are very, very slowly moving to the north and east. They're not going to make it here, so the weather looks fantastic for tonight's fireworks display. You can expect warm and muggy conditions. Temperatures will be in the mid-70s at 9:15 to kick off the fireworks, but there is, of course, 100% chance of mosquitoes. If you are coming out, bring the bug spray. Regina?
Thanks, Cameron. And for many, it's the peak of summer. 4th of July is just around the corner, like Cameron said. And tonight, Appleton is getting a head start on celebrating with a concert and a fireworks display. NBC 26's Ryan Curry is there now live to fill us in. Hey, Ryan.
Yeah, good evening, Regina. You said it best. It is the peak of summer, and now hundreds of people are gathering in Appleton for what is sure to be a lovely summer evening. You can kind of see over here dozens of people lined up. Their mats are out as they're getting ready to see some live music, which is scheduled to begin around 7 o'clock this evening. Also, if you come over on here, you can see food now going to get lined up here. They're grilling brats, burgers, anything you want to know here at Wisconsin. Not really too crowded yet, but surely in the next few hours, it will be definitely crowded as they go on here. And that's all leading up to the lovely fireworks display that's happening this evening, something event organizers have been planning for months.
We've been planning since January, so a lot has to come together to make this work. And then too, we're really at the will of the weather, so it's been crazy, but it's also fun. It's super rewarding to have this event, and when you see the crowds and you see everyone having fun, it's just, you realize it's all worth it. All the work's been worth it.
Now, surely it looks to be a good summer evening again. And Cameron, you were just going over some of the weather we had. The sun's out. It's a little humid out, but you can't get much more summer than you can right now.
No, it'll cool off a little bit as we head through the evening, but it's still going to be warm and muggy. The fireworks display will be fantastic. Now, Ryan, are you a big, bright fireworks kind of person, or are you the loud, booming fireworks kind of guy?
The brighter, the better to me.
See, I like the booms.
Really?
The booms is what gets me going.
Perfect. Well, thanks, Cameron. Come on down to Appleton. It's sure to be a good night. Regina, we'll send it on back to you.
Looks like a lot of fun out there. Thanks, guys. Well, lots of people will be creating their own fireworks displays over the next several days, and that has Wisconsin stores working feverishly to keep up with the demand. Pyrotechnic fanatics are out spending some serious cash. The manager at Phantom Fireworks in Racine says customers have been walking out with carts full of fireworks.
The most today we've seen is $3,000 in one transaction so far, but we've seen a few before that, $4,000 or $5,000 too.
Thousands of dollars. Fireworks are legal to buy and possess, but most are illegal to use. According to state law, a permit is required if the fireworks are airborne, but ordinances vary by city. And if you'd rather leave the fireworks to the experts, we have a complete list of local parades and fireworks shows. It's all on NBC26.com. We'll still ahead tonight at 5, an act of kindness from one local church, purposeful for the Day of Independence. Plus, a spike in phone crashes and cracks during this particular holiday. Tips to not let that happen to your phone.
And now, Cameron's Weather Roadshow on NBC 26.
Well, when you think of the 4th of July, this is what you think of. Skies, bright sunshine, warm temperatures, and lots of humidity. Of course, when you think of the 3rd of July, this is also what you think of. However, for the 4th of July, these are going to change just a little bit. We'll talk more about that coming up in just a second, but the warmth is going to be sticking around. Here's a look at your 7-day temperature trend. Once again, tomorrow and Friday, high temperatures will make it back up into the mid and upper 80s. A cold front will move through Friday evening behind it. Some cooler and less humid air for the weekend before the warmth and the humidity returns for next week. Right now, away from Lake Michigan, we are looking at temperatures that are still in the mid to upper 80s. We've got 88 degrees here in Wapaka. We're looking at 87 in Mountain and 87 degrees in Shawano. Currently here in Appleton, it is mostly sunny. The temperature is 84 degrees. We've got southeast winds at around 10 miles per hour. In Green Bay, mostly sunny skies after a high of 88. We've now dropped down to 85, and the dew point has dropped off about 10 degrees from earlier today as well. Instead of dew points in the lower 70s, we now have dew points in the lower 60s, but dew points in the lower to mid 60s is still considered humid, and that's why we are looking at warm and humid conditions right now across the area. Dry weather across all of northeast Wisconsin, but there are some big thunderstorms just off to our south and west. That's where they will stay for the evening hours. We've got a frontal boundary. It dropped south yesterday. Now it is slowly beginning to return to the north, and as it moves into northeast Wisconsin tomorrow, our chances for showers and thunderstorms will start to go back up. Temperatures on either side of the front were very warm to hot today. In fact, Marquette, Michigan hit 90 today before we did here in the Fox Valley. We had 92 in St. Louis. It was 89 degrees in Des Moines. So high temperatures have now been in the 80s or above for 9 straight days, and the 4th of July will be day number 10. Look at these highs back up into the mid and upper 80s across the area. That's a good 5 to 10 degrees above normal for this time of year. As far as sky conditions are concerned, we'll start out with some fog and sunshine during the morning. The clouds will start to build up as we move into the afternoon. As that frontal boundary moves in from the south, our chances for some showers and thunderstorms will start to go back up. In fact, there's a chance that a few of these storms could be on the stronger side. There's a marginal threat for severe weather, mainly to the north and west of the Fox Valley, and that means that 1 or 2 storms could be on the strong to severe side with some gusty winds, some hail, and some very heavy rain. So that's something we will be watching. But right now, it looks like everything will diminish before fireworks time. Let's say 9:30, 9:45. Here's my fire over the Fox forecast. You can see temperatures will be in the mid-70s with muggy conditions. Skycast for the 5th of July shows more of the same, sun and clouds, a chance for some on and off showers and thunderstorms. Some of those could be strong to severe once again, with high temperatures getting back up into the mid and upper 80s. So your forecast for tonight calls for generally fair skies, although we'll have a little bit of patchy dense fog develop once again. It's going to be muggy. Lows will be in the mid-60s. Tomorrow, warm and humid sun and clouds, on and off thunderstorms. Don't let those thunderstorms ruin your outdoor plans. Just be prepared to head to shelter if you do see a thunderstorm approaching. 88 on Friday, chance for some more thunderstorms, and then quiet weather over the weekend. Less humid, gusty northeast winds. Temperatures will only be in the 70s to around 80, but it looks like that warmth will be returning as we head into Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week. So the band has just started. More people continue to file in. We're still about 4 hours away until the fireworks kick off here in Appleton. Thankfully, no Mother Nature's fireworks. Regina?
All right, Cameron, I wonder if that's screaming or if that's music. All right, thanks, Karen, for that. Well, coming up next, it's an act of kindness from one local church. See the reaction from people at a Quick Trip. Sometimes an act of kindness goes further than you could imagine. Lee Larson of Acts 1-8 Ministries was out at Quick Trip today handing out goodies like American flags, a scripture note, and a $2 bill. It's part of a planned act of Christian kindness, or PAC. Larson says this weekend he'll be in Appleton handing out glow sticks. He says he's been doing this the past 20 years and has seen a whole spectrum of emotions, from laughter and happiness to sadness, even people getting a little emotional from this act.
Whatever simple, it could be a little gift or it could be a simple act that you're providing, a helpful service for somebody. It's just anything that is out of the ordinary that you're freely doing for a stranger, basically. That is a way to introduce them to Jesus.
He says it's been very well received by the community. Now to a consumer alert, the July 4th holiday is upon us. Millions of Americans will be hitting the pool or spending time outdoors. It's a risky time for your smartphone. According to Assertion, a gadget insurance company, this holiday weekend will bring a spike in claims for cracked screens and lost phones. Prevent damage to a wet phone by immediately turning it off and removing the case. Experts say silica gel packs can be more effective than rice to absorb moisture. And up next, safety tips for those of you wanting to fire up those grills this weekend. Are you planning on cooking out this 4th of July? A lot of us are, but there are some food safety warnings you should know before you fire up the grill. 1 in 6 people will get food poisoning this year, and a lot of those cases will occur in the summer. Sarah Dowleth has the story.
It's a summer staple. Millions of Americans love cooking out, especially